Shalom, this is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sop. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Joshua Water in Jacksonville, Florida. But first I have to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children around the world in Paleo Hebrew language. Kal Halayam La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Ha Rokah Kodash Mahamath, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit, holy, and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the apostle of GMS. Double honors to the apostles of Lion Dance Camp. Salutations to the archons who are on the four corners of the earth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay. Here we go, right? While everything is going on with the SNAP government shutdown, look what else they are doing as well. Get ready. They are building a system to arrest you before you commit a crime. I mean, these Edomites have gone into the level they want to judge everybody, but whatever they make up by using AI, right? Known as algorithm. Anyway, I'm going to play a little bit of it, and then we're going to scripture. The title of this lesson, Save Me from Bloody Men. Here we go.
Scrolling and pay attention to what might be the most dangerous threat to American liberty in our lifetime. While everyone has been distracted by the latest political drama and celebrity scandals, the government has been quietly building a system that can label you a criminal before you've broken any laws. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening right now through AI-powered predictive policing programs. What I'm about to show you connects government agencies, tech giants, and surveillance companies in a way that should terrify every American who believes in due process and the presumption of innocence. Let me break this down for you. Across America, law enforcement agencies are implementing what they euphemistically call predictive policing systems, AI algorithms that claim to forecast where crimes will occur and, more disturbingly, who might commit them. These systems aren't just mapping potential crime hotspots, they recreating lists of individuals the algorithms deem likely to commit future crimes. To understand what's really happening here, we need to go back to the foundations of this technology. Companies like Palantir, founded with CIA investment money, have been developing these capabilities for years. What most people don't realize is that these systems have now moved far beyond simple crime mapping into the realm of what can only be described as pre-crime profiling, identifying and targeting individuals based not on what they've done, but on what an algorithm predicts they might do. Here's where things get concerning. Through Freedom of Information Act requests and public contract databases, investigators like Whitney Webb have uncovered a web of government contracts with tech companies to develop and deploy these predictive systems. These aren't small pilot programs. We were talking about multi-million-dollar investments in technology that fundamentally transforms how policing works in America. One of the most prominent players in this space is Palantir Technologies, co-founded by Peter Thiel. Palantir-S Gotham software is currently being used by police departments across the country. What most people don't know is that Gotham isn't just analyzing past crime data, it is actively profiling individuals based on a vast array of data points to predict who might become a person of interest. But it gets worse. In 2023 alone, over $157 million in federal grants went to local police departments specifically for implementing predictive policing technologies. These grants, primarily flowing through the Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security, create powerful financial incentives for cash-strapped departments to adopt these systems with minimal public oversight or debate. And here's where it gets really interesting and deeply troubling. The algorithms at the heart of these systems aren't just analyzing traditional criminal records. They re-ingesting vast amounts of data from both public and private sources, your social media activity, purchasing patterns, location data, personal associations, and even predictive scores generated by other algorithms. Pay attention to this part. In April 2025, A comprehensive report revealed that predictive policing software like Geolytica, formerly known as PredPol, examines up to 10 years of recorded crime data to generate its predictions. But what's not widely reported is that these systems are increasingly incorporating non-criminal data to enhance their predictive accuracy. This includes everything from credit scores to rental history to online behavior patterns. Now watch how this connects to something even more concerning. These predictive algorithms aren't the neutral objective systems their proponents claim. Independent research has repeatedly shown they suffer from significant bias problems, particularly against minority communities and low-income neighborhoods. This isn't conspiracy theory, this is documented fact. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Criminal Justice found that when fed historical crime data, predictive algorithms consistently directed increased police presence to predominantly Black and Hispanic neighborhoods, creating a self-reinforcing feedback loop of surveillance and enforcement. The technical reality is that these algorithms are only as good as the data they were trained on, and when that data reflects decades of biased policing practices, the algorithms inevitably perpetuate and amplify those same biases. They don't predict crime, they predict police activity, which is not the same thing. What is particularly disturbing is the lack of transparency around how these systems actually work. Many of these algorithms are protected as proprietary trade secrets, meaning neither the public nor even the police officers using them fully understand how they generate their predictions.
Boom. There you go. Let me stop right there. In other words, they want everyone to trust our artificial AI and algorithm, right? To judge our people, the so-called Negros, Latino Americans, and speckled birds, and whatever it says is correct and accurate, right? I want to go to Psalm chapter 59, verse 2. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity. Save me from bloody men, because it's going to get ugly. What a coincidential, right? That the SNAP shut down. They say they have no money, right? But yet they have money to send to other third world countries. Yet they have money to keep on doing war, right? And they have money to keep the richest running their business and their wickedness, right? Verse 3, for lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathering against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Yahweh. They don't care no more about sin. They just want to point the finger and accuse whoever they pick from the so-called Negros, Latino Americans, and speckled birds, and just say, we got all the information from algorithm. And because algorithm spoke what it says, it is. In other words, there goes their God, their beast system, along with the credit, right? And everything else they're going to add into it. I want to go to Psalm 56. Give me a minute. See if I can find it here quick. Verse 2. My enemies will daily swallow me up, for they be many that fight against me, O thou most high. Verse 3. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. Verse 4. In Yahweh I will praise his words. Slaka. In Yahweh I will praise his words. In Yahweh I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Yeah, because you're going to get to a point that now we know that what they're really doing is really criminal, and they're really committing treason at the highest level again, right? Verse 5, every day they rest my words, all their thoughts are against me for evil, right? In other words, they're going to accuse us of everything and anything. all because AI says so in its algorithm, right? Verse 6, they gather themselves together, they hide themselves, they mark my steps when they wait for my soul, right? Keeping track of everything that we do and say, and then they can change and lie about what we say and do. And of course, the people are going to believe it because they are wicked in their hearts. Verse 7, shall they escape by iniquity? In thy anger cast down the people, O Yahweh. Right? Come down, send Yahweh Shah so you can kick their ass. I want to go to Psalm 59, verse 4. Give me a minute. Yep, so they're getting ready, in other words, right? Verse 4. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Awake to help me and be whole. Yeah, we're going to need help because they're using technology. They're using AI now, right? To be judge, lawyer, and accuser. How you like that? Talking about being wicked. I want to go to Psalm 35. Give me a minute. Verse 23. Stir up thyself and awake to my judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Verse 24. Judge me, O Yahweh, my power, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Verse 25. See, we go to Yahweh Shai to go to the Father, okay? Let them not say in their hearts and their mind, ha! So would we have it? Let them not say we have swallowed him up. So, they are very excited, the Edomites, with the technology that Yahweh Shai has given them. But it's really given to show, for them to increase and show their true wickedness throughout the whole world so they can be judged accordingly. Okay? Because what our people got to remember, the so-called Negros, Latino, and speckled birds, that the same way that the Edomites have been keeping track and records of all of us, Yahweh Ba'ashin Yahweh Shai and the host of angels have been keeping track and records of them, of the Edomites, from the beginning of time to now, of all the crimes and treasons they have committed. Verse 26. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at my hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Verse 27, and let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteousness, my righteous cause. Yet let them say continually, let Yahushua be magnified, which has pleasure in the prosperity of his servants. So, all in due time, right? Everything is moving accordingly. As Yahweh Bashing Yahushai control everything that's going on to begin with, right? Because they're the ones who's moving the table, how things are going to, run its course before Yahushua comes back and remove this wicked kingdom from the face of the earth. Let me go to Psalm 59 again, Slaki, for that. 59, verse 5. Thou therefore, O Yahweh, power of hosts, of army, Yahweh of Israel, awake to visit all the heathens. Be not merciful to any wicked. Woo! Transgression. Verse 6. They return at evening, they make a noise like dogs, and go round about the city. Yeah, that's what they do with that camera and the police officer, Jake participating in this wickedness, right? But, everything's going to come to a halt. We are getting closer for them to bring in the cashless society, for them to run their algorithm pre-crime, whatever they want to call it. Verse 7, behold, they besiege out with their mouth, swords are in their lips, for who says they do hear, right? So they're looking at everything and they say, nobody sees us, what we do to them anyway, nobody cares. All right. They're going to find out that we do have someone that cares. His name is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to go to Psalm chapter 10. Ooh, verse 10. No, chapter 10, verse 11. Slack it. If I mispronounce any word, slack it for that. Verse 11. He has said in his heart, in his mind, Yahweh has forgotten. He hides his face. He will never see it. Yeah, in the Edomites' mind, that's the way they look at things. That's what they say. They say, hey, that God that they talk about, he don't care about them. We've been doing to the so-called Negros, Latinos, and speckled birds anything that we want for so many years. Don't worry about what they're talking about in the highways and byways. Okay. Let's jump to verse 15. Break thou the arms of the wicked and the evil men. Seek out his wickedness till thou finds none. Verse 16. Yahushua is king forever and ever. The heathens are perished out of his land. Yeah, when he comes back, he's going to not only move furniture, but he's removing the Edomites out of power. Okay? And he's going to be removing their kingdom out of the face of the earth. The new kingdom of Yahushua will be on earth. And this wicked kingdom, which is our hell, will be out. That is not wicked, that is righteous talk. Psalm 64. Give me a minute. Chapter 64, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commute of lying sneers privately. They say, who shall see them? This is what they're going to be doing with the algorithm, right? I want to now jump to verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Yeah, because that's what exactly they're doing. No, not the cop ain't going to know why algorithm, how it works, if it's saying the truth or not. He's just going to obey because he gets paid. It's like he don't get paid. He gets invisible money. Crazy, right? This is where we are with this high education stuff. Verse 7. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Yeah. They're going to feel that wound also. I want to jump now back to Song 59. I'm getting there. I'm not going to keep it long. Verse 8. Here we go. But thou, O Yahweh Shai, shall laugh at them. Thou shalt have all the heathens in derision. Yeah. Yahweh and Yahushua are going to be laughing at them. Even the host of angels in heaven are going to be laughing at them. Okay? I want to go to Psalm 2, chapter 2, verse 4. He that sits in the heavens shall laugh. Yahweh shall have them in derision. Woo! Verse 12. Okay? This is when we tell our people to repent. Check this out. Verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Right? And right now, a lot of our people who not getting snapped, right? Or are getting also laid off, because eventually that's going to happen to all of us. You know, the Edomites are doing this because they want you to run to them, throw yourself on your knee, and tell them, please, please, Edomite, help me, help me. So they can say, yeah, here, take the chip. We help you. We give you whatever you want, right? So, I want to go to Song 11, chapter 11, verse 5. Salakia. Yahushua tries the righteous, but the wicked him that loves violence, his soul hates. Woo! Okay? Verse 6. Upon the wicked he shall rain sneers. That's right. Fire and brimstone and horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup, Slakia. So, you know, no matter how many bunkers they have under the ground, no matter how many underground cities they have, no matter how much, what's his name again? Slakia. Elon must say that they're going to go to Mars, right? Trying to escape. No, 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 no. When Yahushua comes back with the host of angels, it's game over. So I'll leave this for our people, so-called Negro, Swatinic, and speckled birds. John chapter 5. Oops, did I pass it? Oh, chapter 5, verse 23. Let me start with verse 23. That all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honors not the Son, honors not the Father which hath sent him. Verse 24. I'll leave it with this. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that hears my words and believes on him that sent me has everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Right? So this is getting more serious every day, more and more. I hope that our people take it seriously and start repenting. I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say, Shalom.